As a former professional writer who now teaches classes in composition and creative writing, one of the most interesting chapters in Bruce Rowe and Diane Levine's A Concise Introduction to Linguistics is Chapter 10, which is about writing systems. Today's mini lesson is about one of the most important steps in the development of writing, when graphic symbols that once stood for whole, one-syllable words became symbols for those syllables instead of the words they once represented. In linguistics, this is known as the Rebus principle. The term rebus comes from the ancient Latin phrase non verbis sed rebus, which translates to not by words, but by things. I'll establish my linguistics teaching credentials by pointing out that rebus is the ablative plural form of the fifth declension Latin noun res, which translates to thing. To create a rebus in English, I would select graphic symbols that most speakers of the language would recognize as standing for one-syllable words. Then I would arrange those symbols in such an order that if the syllables were spoken aloud, they would sound like the message I wanted to send. For example, imagine I wanted to send my older son Brennan the message, "I see you, son." First, I could draw the graphic symbol for an I, which is pronounced the same as the pronoun I. Second, I could draw a graphic symbol meant to represent the see, which is pronounced the same as the verb see. Third, I could draw a female sheep, you, which is pronounced the same as the pronoun you. Fourth, I could draw a symbol meant to represent the sun, which is pronounced the same as the noun sun. So this would be a rebus for the message, "I see you, son." As in the Latin phrase, I have communicated that message not by words, but by things. Non verbis sed rebus. I always knew those 2 years of Latin in college would pay off one day. Anyway, your challenge for this week is to demonstrate your understanding of this linguistic concept by creating a rebus of your own.